the first new launch in Woodlands in 13 years, and given its close proximity to Woodlands South MRT, within 1 kilometre to Innova Primary School, Singapore Sports School and Republic Poly, will Norwood Grand be a good buy? In today's project analysis, I will share with you my thoughts on Norwood Grand, a 99-year leasehold development located along Champions Way at Woodlands, which is just a 3 minutes walk from Woodlands South MRT. The developers are CDL with 348 units ranging from 1 to 4 bedrooms, and it's set to TOP in March 2030. This project is classified as harmonised project, which means that you are only paying for livable space and aircon ledges are no longer part of the gross floor area. We will be using a guide price of 2,200 PSF by the developer for calculations for this video. Let's start with the 1 bedrooms. There are a total of 31 units of 1 plus study, which is 495 square feet and is the smallest unit type in this project. If you are looking for a 1 bedroom unit for a price of 1 million, you would have a chance here at Norwood Grand. To touch a little bit on the current supply, there are no projects available in Woodlands that are below 10 years old. There are a total of 508 one-bedroom units within the area, and there are only 23 units, which makes up 4.5% that is available for sale in the market right now as of today's filming. Taking the one-bedroom unit rentals of projects nearby like Woodhaven and Park Rosewood as a comparison, we can give an estimate of $2,800 per month rental for Norwood Grand. If Norwood Grand's 1-bedroom units were to launch below 1 million, the rental yield will be approximately 3.36%. Moving on to the 2-bedroom and 2 plus study, there are 3 different unit types. The 624 square feet with 77 units, 2-bedroom plus study ensuite of 667 square feet with 11 units, and the 2-bedroom plus study of 710 square feet with 43 units. Of course, every unit will come with its pros and cons. For the 624 square feet layout, this is a dumbbell layout which has a tuck-in kitchen, and the only drawback that I see from this layout is that there are no windows in the bathroom and the kitchen. The difference between the 624 square feet layout and the 667 square feet is the kitchen. It's a kitchenette, and the study is included inside of the master bedroom. And inside the master bathroom, for this layout, there is actually a window. Lastly, for the 710 square feet, it has an L-shaped kitchen, and the placement of the study is actually in front of both bedrooms. For the 2-bedroom units, I would actually rank the 624 square feet at first choice because it is more functional with a dedicated space for each use. My second choice would be then the 710 square feet because of the possibility of the dining room shifted into the study, and then you have a wider living room space. I would personally avoid the 667 square feet because of the open concept kitchen, and the other 2 layouts seem to be more practical and functional. Moving on to the 3-bedroom and 3 plus study units, there are 4 different unit types. For the 3-bedroom compact, and that is the 872 square feet and 883 square feet with a total of 33 units. 3-bedroom plus study of 904 square feet with 22 units, and 3-bedroom premium plus study of 1044 square feet with 33 units. For the 3-bedroom compact, they are very much similar, and the only difference in square footage is the foyer, and between both 3-bedroom compact units, I have a preference for the 872 square feet layout over the 883 square feet layout because it provides more privacy along the walkway. Now, if I were to be comparing the 3-bedroom compact and the 3 plus study of 904 square feet unit type, which will be better in terms of purchase? The only key difference other than the dumbbell layout is actually the larger study and the dry kitchen. One thing to note is that the 904 square feet unit type on stack 16 is an inward facing unit in the development. Assuming a $50 PSF premium over the guide price of 2,200 PSF, a 904 square feet would cost 2.034 million. Comparing that to the 872 square feet units at stack 18 and 31 that faces a school with a guide price of 2,200 PSF, the 872 square feet unit would cost about 1.9 million. The difference in price between these unit layouts would be expected to be about 115,000. Between the 3 layouts, I would actually rank 872 square feet layout as my first choice due to the extra privacy. Then 883 square feet as my second choice, and lastly the 904 square feet. The largest 3-bedroom unit type will actually be the 3-bedroom premium plus study at stack 26 of 1044 square feet. This layout has a large landscape living room, a home shelter, WC, and windows in all the toilets and kitchen. If you are contemplating to choose between the 904 square feet and 1044 square feet 3-bedroom plus study unit, let's dive into the pricing. For the 904 square feet, with a guide price of $2,250 PSF that we have used earlier, because of the inward facing, a 904 square feet unit will cost you about $2.034 million. Comparing it to the 1044 square feet, using 2170 PSF, $30 PSF cheaper than the guide price due to its size would cost $2.26 million. So the key question here is if the difference of $231,000 or 10% premium, is it worth it for the difference of 140 square feet? My take on the 1044 square feet layout is that it is actually really special and not commonly seen in the market, as this horizontal living room layout is typically only seen in 4-bedroom units. And horizontal living room layouts would also mean that the unit will be bright, which is a good thing. The balcony is also not excessively large, which also means you are not paying extra just for a huge balcony. Last but not least, the 4-bedroom types. There are 3 different layouts. 4-bedroom deluxe plus study of 1173 square feet with 22 units, 4-bedroom premium plus study of 1313 square feet and 1335 square feet of 76 units. There are no significant difference between the 4-bedroom premium plus study between the 1313 square feet and 1335 square feet, and the difference in the square footage is actually the longer foyer. So let's do a comparison between 1173 square feet and the 1313 square feet 4-bedroom units. The main key difference between these two layouts is actually the extra balcony in the master bedroom and the walk-in wardrobe. So again, let's dive into the pricing. Using 2,200 PSF as the guide price, the 1313 square feet unit with the inward facing will cost about $2.88 million. Comparing that to the 1173 square feet with a lousier facing, so we are using $30 PSF cheaper than the guide price, and that would cost about $2.5 million. The difference in pricing between both unit types will come up to about $343,000. The key question here is if the extra balcony and the walk-in wardrobe would be worth $343,000. For the 4-bedroom, my pick would be the 1173 square feet unit over the 1313 square feet and 1355 square feet unit, as there isn't much difference in terms of layout. When it comes to buying a property, what our future buyers would feel about the difference between the two different layouts? If both of them actually feel the same, the preference is definitely to go for the cheaper 4-bedroom unit. To sum up, Norwood Grand actually offers a good range of unit types with unique features like proximity to MRT and functional layouts. However, you might want to consider if you are going to pay for a premium for the inward-facing units, as the views and overall privacy may not justify the higher price. Preview for Norwood Grand starts on 4th of October, and if you would like to book a slot to see the show flat, you can reach out to me via my contact methods below. Once again, my name is Melissa and I'll see you in the next one.